Alright, so now that we have our 10 to 15 usable, credible sources, I want to go over NoodleTools with you guys a little bit more. I know that we have already been working with it for some time now and that most of you are pretty familiar with it, but I just want to go over some different components of it and I want to kind of clarify a couple things to help you guys with this whole process. So right now we are under the Dashboard tab, which can be found right up here. If you were to click that, you would get to this page. Everybody's dashboard should look about the same at this point. We've got the title of our project, which should be something research paper related. We've got our research question, which we have all hopefully inputted by this point. We scroll down and we've got our works cited and our note cards, and then we scroll to the bottom and we've got a comment section where Mr. Murphy and I can leave comments for you guys. The reason we are making these comments is not to be nitpicking at you guys or telling you everything you're doing wrong. What we're trying to do here, guys, is basically make sure that you are doing this right as you go so that when it comes to time to actually write the paper, it's going to be a lot easier on you guys. So one thing we want to keep in mind is when using NoodleTools, we want to be accurate and we want to take our time and make sure that what we're doing is correct. Otherwise, we're going to have to go back and fix it later, and that's going to be a real pain. So what NoodleTools suggests is using these buttons up here to navigate through the website rather than using like back buttons, for example. So for now, I will just kind of click into the bibliography. Most of our bibliography should look the same at this point as far as having sources. I only have 4 right now. I have 4 example sources. Most of you should have, I want to say, at least 3 at this point. Some of you might have more, which is good. We want to make sure that we get our sources cited in NoodleTools as soon as we get them. And then once we have them inputted, we can start going over here and clicking a button like this to create a new note card. Or another option would be to just click and go over to your note cards page. Most of you should have quite a few note cards at this point. Notice how I've got all my note cards organized based on where they're going to be going in my outline, which is over here. I've seen that some of you have already typed your scratch outline in over here, which is awesome. If you have not done that yet, don't stress out because we're going to be doing this soon. Basically what we're trying to get out of this, guys, is that you notice that each title of the note card is going to correspond with where it goes in the outline. This is going to really help with organization later on, and it's going to help with your final outline, and it's going to help with typing your paper. So this is definitely a step that we want to pay attention to. So when you create a new note card, it'll show up in this box over here. So then you'll just simply drag it out and put it wherever you want it. You can organize this section however you want to. I've decided to kind of pile them based on where they go in the outline. I can either do it like this, or another option would be to create a pile like this one up here. All I would have to do is grab a note card and drag it on top of the other, and then I can type in my pile title, and there we go. That's just a good way to kind of keep yourself organized. Like I said, we'll be working on the outline later, but this is definitely another step we're going to need to be taking soon, and then later on we're going to use this tab right up here to start working on our actual paper and putting that together. So that's kind of just a basic explanation of kind of what NoodleTools is and kind of how to use it. Like I said, most of you are already familiar with it at this point, but if you weren't, hopefully now you kind of understand how to navigate the page a little bit more and how to use it. We're going to go more in depth on a couple of these things in different videos, so we will worry about those later.